Infinite combos are nothing new to the genre of fighting games, and Super Smash Bros. Is no exception. In Melee, we see it in the form of wobbling, an almost comically easy to execute infinite that looks like this. Wobbling is such a controversial technique, in fact, that most large tournaments these days have it banned. Moving on to Brawl, and again with the Ice Climbers, you had some absolutely crazy chain grab infinites, which in my opinion are a lot cooler than wobbling, but they still make for gameplay that over-centralize the Ice Climbers grab, and overall probably aren't that much fun to fight. Also in Brawl was another hilarious infinite belonging to Marth that involved repeatedly grab releasing that only worked on Ness and Lucas. In Smash 4, there were some infinite combos that used custom moves. Captain Falcon's Lightning Kick and Pikachu's Thunder Wave are a couple of examples of these, but due to custom moves being banned early on in the game's lifespan, a lot of these were probably never used in tournament. An example of an infinite without the use of custom moves though is the Umeki Rainbow, which, while difficult to execute, could occasionally be seen used in tournament play. But in my opinion, the coolest infinite comes in Ultimate, and it's one that has made an impact more than just inside the game. Discovered on January 8th, 2019 by Twitter user @NotAlboba, Diddy Kong's Infinite was a glimmer of hope for Diddy Kong players, who after a month of playing Ultimate had mostly come to terms with the nerfs to their former S-tier monkey, with many choosing to switch characters altogether. Here's an explanation on how to do the Infinite, taken from dakpo's Diddy Kong guide.
Now the combo starts anytime someone gets a hard trip on a banana. And there's the difference between a hard trip and a soft trip is a hard trip is when the character actually gets hit with the banana. A soft trip is like a character running over the banana that's already on the ground, which has way less time to punish. So let's jump off from there. The infinite is going to be able to be pulled off on any legal stage with the platform. There's only one exception, and that is parts of Yoshi's Island Brawl and Yoshi's Story, where the stage actually dips down. Now on the parts where it doesn't dip down, then it's still possible there, and it's also really hard on Callus as well. Now in terms of actually doing the infinite, the inputs look simple, but they're very tight timed. So what you do is you hit them with a banana in any way you possibly can while they're on a platform, whether they miss attack or something like that. Then you jump up and you have to grab the banana and throw it down immediately, land on the other side of them, and then you fall through the platform, you B-reverse the banana pluck, and then the whole thing starts over again. I've got a few tips for actually doing the infinite. One of the biggest problems is not waiting long enough to grab the banana, and then you accidentally do a directional air dodge. Make sure you're focusing on getting enough height to grab the banana. Another big thing is grabbing the banana with whatever your grab button actually is, and then you have to throw it with the C-stick. So at all times you need to be controlling the analog stick independently of your grab button and the C-stick. Very, very important for getting the exact spacing that you want. I will also note that if an opponent is too close to one side of the ledge, like you fear that you're going to knock them off or have them slip off the side of the platform, you can do the infinite by not landing on the other side of the person, and you can actually move people around the platform. This is going to be some really high level use of the infinite, but it's going to be necessary to get certain infinites to stick.
And with the discovery of this new technique, many players jumped to try and be the first to name the infinite, but two community figureheads would serve as the final contenders. From the humble lands of Western Canada, serving as the representative of the working class was Kantrip, better known as his Twitter alias, Communism. Kantrip very quickly coined the infinite, the pyramid scheme, explaining, it's multi-level monkeying. But, like any revolutionary social movement that aims to change the lives of the people for the better, there were those who stood opposed. On the other side of the fence stood the aforementioned dakpo, one of the best Diddy Kong players in the world, hailing from Dallas, Texas, the same man who was the first to perform the infinite in bracket. And after months of back and forth on Twitter, it seemed like the end of the debate was finally approaching. On the weekend of January 24th to 26th, 2020, at both EVO Japan and Genesis 7, Diddy Kong's Infinite was performed on stream, resulting in undoubtedly the peak of the Infinite's popularity. The technique was demonstrated in Japan by the Diddy player Rakuya. and in California by none other than Dakpo himself. It would seem as if all had been lost for Kantrip, his sworn adversary performing the infinite on one of the largest stages in the world. But then, out of nowhere, a third party, ESPN Esports, addressed the infinite as the pyramid scheme, perhaps ending the debate once and for all. And while since then Dakpo has still occasionally referred to the infinite as the jungle jank, he even admits himself that it's clear that Diddy's infinite is called the pyramid scheme. Or is it?